country. I'm going to give you a couple quick reasons why you should. Reason number one, as black Americans, we are taxpayers. And as long as the United States continues to fund Israel with up to $4 billion in funding for their military, supply them with weapons, and help them sustain what's going on over there, we are responsible, not just black Americans, but all Americans. There's also a fundamental question about justice. We have a duty to do the right thing. Black folk have always been on the right side of history. Black folk have always been the conscience of this nation. That's why we said what's happening in South Africa is wrong. Black folk were struggling. We were getting beaten by police. We were getting shot by police. We were getting killed by Reaganomics and George Bush after that. But we still continued to side with South Africa. Why? Because we needed to be on the right side of history. Some of you say, well, that ain't our problem. That ain't our fight. We got to deal with our own stuff. We have to prioritize. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, sis. But here's the thing. The same systems and structures that make us vulnerable here make people vulnerable in Latin America, make people vulnerable in Syria, make people vulnerable in Egypt. You see, capitalism and homophobia and transphobia and racism and white supremacy, they don't have passports and visas. They don't stop at the border. They flow left and right. They're transnational oppressions and transnational systems. What am I saying? I'm saying that if you want to stop oppression here, you got to stop oppression everywhere. We can't have picks, as they say in my hood. And some of y'all be like, well, I'm a Pan-Africanist. I'm a nationalist. I only care about black people where black people at. Cool. Well, guess what? There's African people in Israel. There's African people in Palestine. There's plenty of Afro-Palestinians in Gaza. Go to Jericho. Go to Ain Diuk and see what you see. You're going to see folks that look like you. Go to Jerusalem. Go to the old city. You're going to see folks that look like they could be on your block. You go into the state of Israel. You know how many Ethiopians are there? Do you know how many Eritreans and Sudanese are trying to seek asylum inside of the state of Israel right now? There's a whole bunch of folk that look like you. So even if you only into skinship as kinship, you need to care. But that ain't the biggest reason. The biggest reason is because it's the right thing to do. Anyway,